Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Mets. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Just about set to go. Getting the nod in this one, Clay Holmes. What do we have on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And he chases that one below the zone. Catcher has it, fires to first.
He's out.
Goldie shot to the ditch. Right through there for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. 1. And that's a fair ball. One gone, runner at first. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. First
Ball.
pitch, and he just misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
Bichette leads off first with 1 away. That pitch is for a strike, and the count is 1-1. There. Adios. Hello, time. And the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 2-0. 1 out, bases empty. Here's George Springer. Just
ball, that's out.
missed.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Everything came together for him. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
For the batter now, Wilyer away. That's through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. And it's second. And that'll get down for a base hit. Headed to the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and it did it perfectly.
Dalton Varsho, batting with 1 down, takes the strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
No ball, 2 strikes. That's foul.
Man at first, 1 away. Back to first,
He's safe.
and he's safe. Inside, almost
2
got
strikes.
it. Blue Jays. First
Ball one.
offering, and it just misses.
Well, lots
Counts
of pitches
1-0.
thrown in this first inning, and it's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can
That's
settle
ball two.
in. He can get some length. He just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
2 outs.
Aye.
And a swing and a miss there.
2-2 the count.
Line drive. And that is out. Back here at Citi Field. And our pitcher in this game, Matt Waldron. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, he's a knuckleballer, and this is something you do not see every day. There's some hitters that are going to have a look at this for the first time. So important to see just exactly how they adjust and if he's able to throw that knuckleball that teases the zone enough to get the swings.
And we're back. Here's Francisco Lindor. That one
Ball
missing inside.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Now
Ball
one
two.
miss.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away. Here's Juan Soto. That first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. And that's
Yep,
outside.
that ball went out.
Ball 1. Foul ball there. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first.
Out.
In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. Pete Alonso now, always a power threat. The Polar Bear hit his 200th career home run last season.
Yeah, and that home run came right here at Citi Field.
Fires over to Guerrero, and that will end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, and now for the Jays, Carlos Narvaez. Holmes back to work. Narvaez, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Now one out to right. Makes the catch. And a quick out, number 1. Here's Andres Jimenez. Outside with the breaking ball. And another ball. A little bit low.
That's a ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count,
3 balls,
you're taking
no
it
strikes.
all the way. See if they'll walk you.
And there's the strike. And Drops in for a strike.
Well, he let that change
Please,
up.
dude.
Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Alonso makes the grab for the second out. Here's the left fielder, Cameron Meisner. 0 for 1 so far. Bunts it back towards the pitcher. Bare hands it. Tough play. Very nicely done. Back here at Citi Field, home of the New York Mets. Singy, we saw this team playing in the NLCS a year ago.
And some people were surprised they went as far as they did, but they had a really talented roster. In the postseason, you just need one of those guys to get hot, and good things start to happen.
And that was cut on and missed. And it's 1-1. Yeah, Pete Alonso was that guy last year. It felt like he was hitting a game-changing home run every night.
And the rest of his teammates just fed off that energy, dude. Francisco Lindor was absolutely amazing. Mets fans will remember his grand slam against the Phillies for a very long time.
But with that said, the only way for the Mets to take a step forward this season is reaching the World Series. To third. Dives and it can't hang on. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. Runner out at first with one gone. And stepping in for New York, Jeff McNeil. Ball one there. That's off the plate. Ball 2. Now 2-0. And there's a strike to the outside corner. Line drive. That's a base hit out of the left center field. They fired it quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Ronnie Mauricio now. And that is out of play.
Ball 1.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Bottom half of inning number 2. And
That's a ball.
2-1.
There'll be some action here on this next pitch.
One
Couple
strike.
runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through him for the K. Well done behind the dish. Now at the plate, Brett Beatty. Started to swing, held it. Two outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. Inside. Just missed. Got him. He's got 4 strikeouts now. On to the third inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Bo Bichette. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. And it's fouled away. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. 1.
0-1's the count.
There's a swing and a try. That's back. And it's off the batter's eye. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 4-0. 1 down. George Springer will hit next. There's a strike.
0-1.
And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Ball, that's it.
Brave at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. And that
That's ball
misses.
2.
And the count now 2-0. In there at the knees for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
One of them in. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho, struck out swinging his first time. And that's fouled off. Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside.
Got
it. That ends the inning. Back here in Queens, here's a speed threat, Tyrone Taylor.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 1.
That's good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat, so you jog back to the dugout.
That one back up the middle and it gets through. And that turns the lineup over.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. In the dirt, blocked.
0-1's the count.
Taylor on at first, nobody out. Tap foul at the plate. The shortstop takes the ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Soto in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And 3. Down on strike. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
And the 1-0.
Ball
Just
2.
missed.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Now before the pitch, he looks it back. Runners at first and second with one gone. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
Down to 3-2.
Ducks on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Nice job behind the plate there. So first and second with 2 outs. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Fastball for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Did he go?
Nimmo checks his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Kenny Jansen with the call. 2 on, 2 outs. He swings and fouls one off. That one a little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back here at Citi Field, here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball.
That pitch is out.
Outside. 2-1. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And aboard on the leadoff single. And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. He's 0 for 1. That one's upstairs,
no strike.
ball 1. In the dirt. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Runner, he's
There
going,
goes the
he's
runner.
going.
Next offering is foul back. Nobody out. Runner at first. Taylor hustling after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. So man aboard. Next to hit, Carlos Narvaez. Flied to right his first time. Misses outside. And that is ball 1.
Right through there for a strike.
Liner, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
All over that one right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now Andres Jimenez. And a strike to the outside edge. And that one fouled off. Varsho, the lead runner out at second. Narvaez over at first with 1 away. And that's
Ball,
downstairs.
that's down.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
And that one is
that's
inside. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
On the ground. There's one.
You're out.
Throw to first, but he beat it. So the lineup flips over. Cameron Meisner next up for the Blue Jays. Both 2 in this one. Big swing and a miss.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way. So the hitter can focus on the pitch.
0-2 with the count.
Taylor squeezes it, and that is that. Bottom of the 4th, here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, these Mets, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Swing at a high fly ball right field. And there's one away.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And that one fouled off. That's it. And the count is 0-2. Swings and misses. Gets to it onto first.
Out.
And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. And next for the Mets, Ronnie Mauricio.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that jump.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
No, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
New pitcher now for the Jays, number 56.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Hey. At the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Meisner makes the catch, and that ends the inning. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. Now here is Bo Bichette. Holmes back to work.
Inside, ball 1.
And that's ball 1.
Well, these Blue Jays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
Lindor. Over to first.
He's out.
1 up, 1 down. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The
Counts
first
1-0.
offering is not close. Vladdy in his 6th season, 25 years old, and he was born in Canada. Just
Inside,
off
ball
the
2.
inside edge. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. He makes the catch. And the batter is George Springer.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And that is in for a strike.
0-1.
0-1. 2 down, nobody on. We're at the top of the 5th. Pitch
Ball.
misses. 1-1.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Up the middle, McNeil. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Tyrone Taylor. Corner infielders up on the grass. Expecting a bunt. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
0-1.
Just missed. Late with the swing there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's ball 2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That
The
one
count's
drifts
full.
inside. Got it swinging. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. And now it's Frankie Lindor. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Hit on the ground to short. Bichette. Whips it across.
He's out.
2 up, 2 down. Juan Soto now. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Man, he was really
No balls,
tardy
2
on
strikes.
that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch.
1 ball,
Can't catch up.
2 strikes.
That misses, and the count is 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The Jays leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. Struck him out looking. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. That's in for a strike. And that one wrapped foul.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Ball one.
That one is upstairs. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No play. That's an infield single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That's one of those you classify is just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Digging in, Dalton Varsho. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Abreu gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This guy's got
No
such
ball,
a good
2 strikes.
sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swings and misses. Now one away. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out. He makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Comes up empty.
0-2.
That's
Ball.
a little bit low.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Next
Ball
pitch is
2.
downstairs.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
3.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's the Toronto catcher, Carlos Narvaez. And he swings and misses at the initial
0-1.
offer. And a foul ball. Gets to it, on to first.
Safe, he's in.
Narvaez beats it to the bag and reaches on the strikeout. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Almost
Ball
got
2.
him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 balls,
First and
no
second,
strikes.
2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swinging a foul straight back. Fights it off, you'll see another. First and second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here in Queens, here's Pete Alonso. Louis Varland gets the call from the pen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That clips the zone, and that is strike 1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
He'll do it himself. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. And
I got a ball, one strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That was a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Francisco Alvarez digs in now.
There you go.
Swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And he held back, according to Rusty Valentine. Now 1-1.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Offering is fouled off. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the bottom of the 6th. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one just misses.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Swing to the ball, him out. The high heat, too much on that one. Back here at Citi Field, we go to the top of the 7th. Have the left fielder, Cameron Meisner. So now a pinch hitter, Davis Schneider. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Foul ball. Nimmo right there to make the grab. And there's 1 down. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. 1 for 3. This is inside.
That's inside.
1-0.
Hey!
In the air, right side. Soto snags it. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. First pitch misses.
Inside.
Toss to Alonso, and Guerrero is set down. And that'll do it. And we're back. Now it's the DH, Ronnie Mauricio. This one chopped in the ground, but foul. and it's quickly 0-2. The designated
0-2 is the
hit.
count.
And
Ball
that
one.
just misses. And that's
2
in the
balls,
dirt.
2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
The
That's
count
foul
is
again,
full.
a slider miss. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Varsho hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. First
Ball one.
pitch just misses. Check swing, called strike. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
1 ball,
Throw a
2
fastball
strikes.
by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
That missed by
2-2
a
now.
lot. And the count's even at 2. Hard hit, right side. Jimenez throw
Got
to
him.
first. That's the second out. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Hit on the ground in the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, this makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Brennan Bernardino. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Runner takes
Oh,
off.
that's off the
Pitch
plate.
misses in. This with a
2.
changeup. And it's 2-0.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you, so they can expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Oh, that's
Just
it.
missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Both be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
That's out to center field. And that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's George Springer to start it off. Razoban back to work.
Did he
Springer
go?
started after it, tried to hold up. Now look to first. Nope, he held back. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Soto throws to first.
No, he's in there.
And he's back safely. Soto, a 6'1 lefty, 235 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year.
Ball.
Abreu in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Two and 0.
Pitch out, but no action. Here's a 2-0.
Ball 3.
And he pumps it a strike. Springer aboard here at first with nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike.
3-2.
Throw over to first.
He's
and
good.
He's back in there. Only one more disengagement left after that move. Runner on the go. And ball 4 to aboard. First and second, no outs. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Trying to move the runners over. Lindor whips it to first on the run.
He's in.
To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Waste no time there. Now the bases loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Bases all loaded up. Now for the Jays, Cam Smith. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field track in these situations. He takes that approach.
No ball,
He
2
can
strikes.
bust this game wide open.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. Lindor, that's 1. He allows opening inning and the double play. Back here in Queens, and now it's Juan Soto. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. And ball 1. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first.
Out.
1 up, 1 down. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
0 for 3 in this one. New pitcher now for the Jays, Sir Anthony Dominguez. He's into the game with the bases empty. On the ground to the left.
No, that's
and
a
it
foul
goes
ball.
just foul. Bases empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And he blows that one 5 and 100.
2-2.
to see it. Power versus power right there.
Close, but called a ball. Count 1-2.
So it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That first offering is fouled off. Gets the outside corner with that one. In the
One
dirt.
ball,
Now
2 strikes.
That's down
That's ball 2. 2-2 the count.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Varsho calls it in to end the inning. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. First
1-0.
pitch, not close.
Right through there for a strike.
Foul ball.
Taylor calls it in, and there's one away. Miles Straw next up for the Blue Jays. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. Short of the bunt, and missed it. 1-1. That one the other way. Pulls it down and it's gone. 2 down, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Bobichet. Spins through that.
0-1.
Line drive, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outside
Ball 1.
low, and it's 1-0. There's the sinker at the knees for a strike. And a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here at Citi Field, at the plate, Francisco Alvarez. Jimmy Garcia comes out trying to close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
Ball 1 there.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. It's going to make that pitcher really have to respect his hitter, even
That's
though
a
he's
ball.
behind in the count.
And that's too
2
high.
balls, 2 strikes.
Smoked on the ground a second.
Got
Fires
it.
over to Guerrero. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Jeff McNeil stands in.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And the 0-1. Fought off foul. The Mets trailing by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. Struck him out without a swing. Now only 1 out remaining. So now the DH spot, Ronnie Mauricio.
There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Foul ball there. Garcia is just one strike away.
3.
And that's the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.